Okay, man. So Keyshawn Davis, man, credit is due to that man because he is definitely him. Let's talk about it. My name is Donnie P. This is Left Hook. Let's go. Okay, so over the weekend, Keyshawn Davis fought Gustavo Lemos, and Gustavo Lemos is a tough fighter. He he faced Richardson Hitchens. How long ago was that? A couple months ago, and it was a good fight. Richardson got the W, but most people, I'm not gonna say most people, but it was definitely controversial. It could have been a draw. I mean, Richardson could have lost. It was, it was kind of like almost a gift, almost a gift. But he did come in heavy for that fight, so little unfair, little cheating there going on when you come in above weight. But regardless, he gave a great fight to Richardson, and Richardson came out of there very, very lucky, we can say. So, fast forward to this fight, Gustavo comes in again, comes in 6 pounds over this time, because in his mind, he's like, hey, they already cheated me once. If they're going to cheat me, I'm going to even the playing field, right? So he comes in heavy, 6 pounds over. On fight night, he's 20 pounds over. So he's outweighing. Now, obviously, Keyshawn gained some weight too. I think he was close to it's a 135-pound fight. I think they said he was kind of like maybe 142, 144 when Keyshawn was that weight when he came in. Gustavo was 20 pounds over. Gustavo was 155 pounds on fight night. What that does for you, obviously, when you come in 6 pounds over, that means you're not draining yourself. You're not drained at all. You're feeling great. And then when you gain that extra weight, obviously, it's just icing on the cake. So he's coming in supercharged. I mean, he was on swole. He had the 8-pack. He came in like a beast. Whew. Sorry, y'all. Keyshawn came in at the limit, was ripped up, ready to go, and he said he had no qualms about taking the fight. He was going to take the fight no matter what. So they get in there, and Keyshawn, right off the bat, I could tell, like, ooh, this ain't looking good for the dude, because Keyshawn hit him with a jab to the stomach, and it knocked him backwards. And he hit him and he was landing his jab very solidly and very easily right away. So I was like, okay, come on. I'm on edge though because Keyshawn's got his whole family there. I mean, he's got his mom and sisters singing the national anthem and whatnot. All his brothers are there, and I thought, okay, these guys are gonna try to, this guy's coming in trying to do the setup. Come in 6 pounds overweight, just juiced out of his mind. Who knows? I don't. He probably wasn't juiced or anything, but you just everything starts to go through the mind. You just don't want to see someone go out like that in front of all the people. Well, don't worry, it wasn't even close because man, Keyshawn put on a display of skill, power, and just it was like taking candy from a baby. He really dominated that fight and ended up knocking the dude out in the second round. Knocked him down, I think, 2 or 3 times in the second round to end it. It was, man. I mean, styles make fights, but man, when the thing is, when you see styles make fights, but when you see, a guy fight a Richardson Hitchens, who's a very good fighter, and you see them go life and death, and you see Keyshawn just come in and obliterate. It just lets you know, man, there's levels. First off, there's levels. But secondly, like, Keyshawn's a beast. That's my takeaway. Because you still have to compare. You still can compare him to light fighters. Styles make fights, but you still compare him to light fighters. And sometimes it doesn't end up like that. I mean, you have where Hand of Stone gave Hagler a great fight, right? Hagler pounded out Hearns, and then Hearns pounded out Hands of Stone. So yeah, sometimes it works out like that where the styles just make it to where each person beats each other brutally somehow, some way. But man, in this fight, Keyshawn looked like the second coming. He was looking amazing. He definitely looks like he's at the top of the 135-pound division. Like he looks like he could be the best fighter in that division, and we don't even know it. I mean, now we know it. I mean, even before we I always said, like, there's 7 guys at 135 that want to claim they're the best, or that can claim they're the best, or that have an argument at least to claim that they are the best. And Keyshawn Davis, in this last fight, he showed that he is arguably the best fighter at 135, and that's impressive because 135 is a tough division. I think 135 is the most talented division in boxing. I think every other division has a clear number one guy, pretty much, but 135 does not have a clear number one guy. I would say there are 4 guys, that legitimately could be number one. And if you want to stretch it, you could stretch it to like 7, possibly 8, that could claim that they are number one. But man, Keyshawn definitely, he brought himself up. I mean, he was so sharp. His jab is amazing. His defense is amazing. His all his punches are crisp and strong and hard. Like he's a tough fighter, man. He is a very tough fighter. Super skilled, keeps God first. So in his mind, he's unbeatable. I mean, when you have God on your side, you cannot be beat. You know that you can't be beat. And he's got all the skill. He's putting in the hard work as well. So he knows that nobody can beat him. He wants Tank. Him and Shakur are boys, so they probably will never fight. But everybody else, I think, can get it. There are, like I said, there are some good fighters out there at 135, and I mean, we're gonna have to see. There's another fighter in there at 135. Let me see, what was the guy's name again? Andy Cruz. That's right, Andy Cruz. So Andy Cruz is beaten. He's beaten Keyshawn like 3 times, I think, in the amateurs. So that's something to look at. And Andy Cruz looks good. Andy Cruz definitely looks like a great talent, great prospect. But amateurs are different than pro. Just because you won in the amateurs doesn't mean you win in the pros. Keyshawn's definitely translated very well, over to his talents translate perfectly into pro, because all the quickness and all the skills that you get from pro are there. I mean, that you get from the amateurs are there. All his skills, all his fundamentals are there. Plus, he can punch. He's got power, and he's mean. He's a mean fighter. So you cannot. I mean, Keyshawn is him for sure. He's him, and we'll see. He's definitely in my book right now. I got him top 3. I got him top 3 at 135. Andy Cruz, I got 4th. But we'll see. I'm gonna do a breakdown of the top 10, probably at 135, or maybe top 8 or something. But regardless of that, hey, right now, Keyshawn, salute. Keep doing what you're doing. That was amazing. That was an amazing performance. It was amazing because he sunned that dude. He made him look awful, and he just The dude came in bigger, stronger, and got wrecked. And that's what I love to see. That was amazing. Salute. This is my name is Donnie P. Love Hook.